You. I am. Turned down. No. I can't hear you at all. There you go. No, I can't hear you.
Oh my. Okay.
Turn the mute one. Yeah, both of them muted.
Now that should work.
Close. Are you trying to? I understand you're trying to use the camera on one and.
Excuse the technical difficulties here, folks. All right. Well, I'm back to the fuzzy camera, but that's all right. Okay. Anyway, we can redo our intros. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Tom Dewey, and I am Heather's sister. Heather's brother, and we're practically twins. We're only about 13 months apart, so
Yeah.
Oh boy. We've been through a lot together.
and then Kevin calls. Yeah, as always. This might be a chatty stream. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hello. You want to say hi, Kevin? I got you on speaker.
Hello.
Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Oh, this might be a chatty stream. Who knows?
You're on your stream now?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that we haven't even done anything yet. So we're just kind of working out some bugs and
okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, just let you know I'm watching.
Yeah.
Just giving an update and everything. So if you need anything, just let me know. I'll let you get back to what you're doing.
Shall do. I'll send you a text in a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
When you get a chance, you can call me. Okay. All right. That works. Anyway, let's see, and I can kind of start over. I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I'm a writer, editor, and artist. As a writer, over the last 20 years, I've been a freelance writer. I've been a freelance journalist. I've been a freelance copy editor. I'm not doing my usual thing. I'm a little off here now. Let's see. But in recent years, I have gone back to fiction, and I'm really enjoying it. I do have a book link project that last year I was hoping to finish, but then something happened, and I ended up having to homeschool my son. And anyway, I am hoping to possibly complete that this year. Also, I'm working on some short stories as well, and am working on my Etsy shop, which I started last year. Anyway, as an editor, I am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader, mostly for independent authors and some publishers. And as an artist, yes, I have an Etsy shop, and I specialize in Watercolors, I like working with stamped images and ink and watercolor and gouache. And I do some mixed media. And I have an Etsy shop. Okay, that's that out of the way. Let's see here. I'm not entirely sure that the two others that I invited are coming. They have not let me know yet, which is fine. They can come in anytime they want if they can. And yeah, we'll just see how everything goes. What I might do is go ahead and set up a timer for working for anybody watching live or on a replay, which I usually do, Tom. I like to, these days, just in case of any internet glitches, I'm just using this great Google timer, which I can share. In 1 second, let's see. First of all, I'm going to share that tab. Okay. And a lot of times I start with 15 minutes. And so that's generally how this this stream goes, Tom.
Okay, cool.
So we just start with like some basic info about ourselves, and then if we are just bound and determined to get some things done, we just go right into the sprints, and then we work for however long that everybody wants, and then after that we can share if we want what we were able to accomplish, and just kind of chat for a few minutes in between. Let me make sure I'm a little bit more centered here. So that is that. So let's see here. And people are kind of getting used to my change in schedule. So I might not have a whole lot of viewers at the moment. And that happens. And a lot of times people kind of come and go, so that happens too. And a lot of people will watch a completed one of these at a later time, so that happens a lot. And it's still, beneficial for getting things done. Well, there's Charlie. Hey. How are you? There was a link in your email. I was doing things so fast yesterday because I had lots of stuff to do. I'm sorry about that. Hold on 1 second. Let me see about doing that. That's strange. I could have sworn. 1 second. Let me see here. Email. Actually, maybe I'll do it over here so that I don't mess anything up. 1 sec. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait, I know. That's a video. Can I, yes, I can. Okay. A link. And StreamYard still. Good. Let me send another email. And we will get to our sprints in just a little bit. Come on, stop being slow. Slow laptop. Here we go. Come on. Come on, laptop. Everybody's waiting. Yeah, it definitely streaming does kind of make things go a little slower. Okay, let's see here. Let's compose another email here. One second, guys. Let's see. That should do it. Let me know if there's an issue with it, Charlie. You think they get edited out? Yeah, I use the other laptop. Aha. Hello, Charlie.
Hello. Oh, my
How's
goodness.
it going? Charlie, you have met my brother Tom before during my birthday stream, I do believe.
I believe so. Today's been one of those days where I feel like I'm swimming through molasses.
Boy, I've had those days.
So many things I want to do. And
Lex, how are you? All right. Would you like to introduce yourself, Charlie? Not that you need to, really.
Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie. I am a sci-fi fantasy writer who is working on an epic fantasy series right now that was described as by Haley Spence as a wholesome family adventure romp, which I find very, very funny because there's a lot of blood and gore in it. Um, but sure, okay. I am hoping to get the first book completely outlined before Camp Nano so that I can maybe write the whole thing or at least get a good chunk of it done next month. And I do streams on my channel, which is Charlie Dorset on the YouTubes at youtube.com/CEDorset. So next week I am not streaming because we are forecast to have inclement weather that will, if it does happen, it will interrupt the internet access. And if it only slightly happens, it will cause my back and legs to act up and I won't be able to sit in the office chair. So I'm taking next week off.
There you go.
So that's me.
Okay. Cool. Yes, and Charlie is how about contains a plethora of information about writing science fiction and fantasy. You're just astounding. I'm always happy when you're on my streams for so many reasons, including I just want to absorb every word.
I am overly tedious and obsessive. My coffee has
Oh yeah, I have coffee on my warmer. It's all ready for me. It's been a while since I brushed my teeth. I'm good. Alrighty, we can get started if everybody wants.
I'm ready whenever you are. Distractions from the hubby notwithstanding. You're always trying.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Charlie, would you bless us with one of your countdowns?
I'm sorry, I'm doing my card pull for the day, and that's not how I wanted to start the day. No. First of all, love this deck. Here, let me put it right side up. Love this deck. The art in this deck is beautiful. It's a bit on the bitchy side. I just it has successfully called me out so far every day that I've used it. So yay for that, I guess. I don't know. I really let's see, what do we have here? Yeah. Okay. So
that's what you're doing today. Tom's got stuff to do. I don't know. I have so many things to do. I'll just start on something. Let me get going. I know. I'll work on my phone.
Is the Six of Swords, which, as you can see, are wonderfully placed in the person's back, because this is the card of change, of realizing that the path that you were going on was not the path that you should be going down, and that you need to reorient and fix yourself. Thing is, it was like this, which means the opposite. So, stay the course. Don't deviate. Don't let all of the liars that lie about you put you off the path. That is the card for today. And do I need that?
Me too.
Stay the course, people.
Okay.
All right. So let's get ready for the sprint. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Make sure that you are sitting up straight because, hunching over is not where ideas come from. I know. I've tried it. It doesn't work. Work on your posture. Work into your shoulders back. Be sure that you're saving your work because the gremlins have been stealing a lot from us. They've taken Jules. They won't give her back. They took me off my own stream twice last night, and that's not good. With your work. Let's get started. on this sprint in a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Sprint!
and the back. Okay. So how did everybody do? What did everybody do? Let me stop my banner. I was just kind of doing some planning for the rest of the week, which is today and tomorrow. And doing some planning, I guess, at the moment. How'd you guys do?
I replied to messages.
Check my email today.
Yeah, did that.
The email is a good thing to do.
Opened my outline project and just kind of stared at it and went,
Yeah.
you know what you do.
Yeah.
There are words that are supposed to be here, they just aren't yet. Maybe they'll show up.
So I worked on, I have a paper that's past due. I'm working on my MBA. And so I've never had business classes before. And I'm on the last class, which is called a capstone. It's like your thesis. And you integrate all the stuff you learned. So I'm writing a paper on a company analysis. And like I said, it's all new to me. So it's fun to explore a topic that I am new to, right?
Yeah.
So I've set up this so because of what's been going on with our mom and stuff, I haven't had a chance to get caught up on my writing for my class. So today's that day.
So basically, this is your master's thesis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you work on it. Right. There's part of it is a company analysis, and that you investigate a company, and you try and do a deep dive into their performances and their leadership and their philosophy for running their business, and then you kind of analyze it to death, and you're gonna make your suggestions for how they could improve that kind of thing. Like that. And so that's what MBA does, right? And then, but another part, a whole separate part of the class is there's a computer simulated company that you're running, and you have to make decisions running the company in real time. And it's like every week is a separate year of the company's existence, and so it gets competitive. So I'm glad I've got some competitive team on my team, where I don't have to make all the decisions. That's really good. So
That's really interesting.
That's stressful. So yeah. So later this afternoon, I have a meeting with my team. I have a team member in Germany. I got one, all over the country. So
Sure.
So that's all going on. So anyway, I started writing a paper, and it's in. I haven't written a college papers in a while. The standards are pretty strict, but which is really nice. I'm a technical writer by profession, so it's not like I'm completely inept at writing, but I do. But my sentences at work are usually about 5 syllables long. So I'm a technical writer. I am a technical writer for procedures. So normally to operate a power plant. So normally they are open valve ABC. That's the sentence, right? Close breaker empty squat. So and I have to communicate effectively, clearly, and I can't be ambiguous about it, or flowery or anything like that. So so this is but a lot of times I have to complete a write-up where I describe the changes I'm making and why we're doing them. And so it kind of plays into that style of writing. So so I'm kind of coming from that and really trying to go from the analyzing the situation perspective. But again, it's all business wise. It's really new to me. So I started analyzing a company. We talked about their customers, their products and their distribution, product distribution, talking about their analyzing internally and externally, and talk about their competitive advantages. And then we're going to do a SWOT analysis. And if you've never heard of a SWOT analysis, it's a really good thing to do, even for yourself.
Yep.
So one
Sounds
of my,
vaguely familiar.
yeah, a lot of the things we're covering now in my MBA class, we work with our scouts on. So I'm a scout leader, and so we talk about leadership skills all the time in scouts, and we talk about SWOT analysis of yourself. So it's an acronym: strengths. If you list 3 of your personal strengths, that's a great idea. Weaknesses, things you're bad at, you're not so good at, let's just say. Things O is for opportunity. Things that are that you have that you can use, right? Opportunities for yourself. And then T is for threats. Things that are going against you that are out of your control, but they're working against you. Maybe the conditions that you're in that aren't the best. We'll say that. Okay. So that's your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. But you can do that towards an organization. You can do it towards a company, yourself, others. So it's really kind of a cool tool for anybody to use. But I got to use it on my MBA paper. So
it's a really powerful tool because we've been running the restaurant for I think 9 years now, and we do those every 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, that's good
to look at things. And the thing that we've learned is dig deep on the strengths. The strengths are in some ways for us have been more important than looking at the threats, because that's what we can build on.
Right.
Because especially in a competitive market like we're in, it's hard for us to fend off large chains, and they have so much more money than we do. But if we know what our strengths are and we can double down and just build off of that and make that our core, or the core competencies of our business, we stay in business. So that's been very helpful for us over the years.
I believe it. That sounds like something I'd really like to do. I don't remember if I've done that before. I don't remember exactly, but I've done something similar before.
If you've ever done any of the lean seminars or any of the
I first learned about SMART goals years ago when I was taking some college classes back, around, say, maybe 2003 or so. So I learned a few things back then.
I think I learned about SWOT when Purple Cow came out. So that would have been what, 12? Oh, wow, I'm old. 12, 15 years ago.
Have you heard of the thing, Charlie? You know how old you are depending on where you put your hair? Side part.
I've just noticed that I'm getting to the point where most of the things that I'm reminiscing about are over a decade or a decade and a half now in the past, or sometimes 2 decades. Or ooh, how did that happen?
Like when I started, my career. It's
Right? Yeah. My first book came out
late 90s.
Is it?
Holy cow.
Yeah, 15 years ago next month, my first book came out.
Ooh.
And that just seems completely impossible.
Yeah.
How in the name of bloody hell did that 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, and my son and Tom's younger daughter are the same age. So his daughter is going to be 17 in a couple months, and my son just turned 17 in January. So
yeah, we have a living reminder of
yeah.
how long the hubby and I have been together, because my youngest niece was born 3 months after we got married.
Okay.
So she's the same age as our marriage. And I'm just this is our walking marriage. Walking around she's
our son, Kyle.
She's got
2 years after we got married. So we've been married 19 years on the 30th. So
She just made her
what?
math teacher. Yeah, next year we're in our 24th year together. Since we first got married, be 25 years in January.
We just had our we just had our 28th anniversary last weekend. So
Okay.
28. That's hard. That is just hard to believe.
Isn't it? Like the moment we realized that like a couple years ago when we realized we had been together longer than we had been alive before we met.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
What?
That is not possible. It's crazy. It's not a bad thing though. It's just hard to wrap your head around.
Time is marching on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so I'm down here in Florida, and there's a lot of retired people around here.
Especially
I'm
water.
realizing that I am closer to that than
Oh my God, I know. I mean, my husband's a little bit older than Tom, and he just turned 54. And next year he'll be 55. So if we want, we could find a place in a 55 plus community if we really wanted legally. Oh my. Yeah, that's weird to think of. You know, and then I turned 50 this past year, which is that just blew my mind. Thinking about it, I'm going to share my screen. And let's do that. Let's get a timer back. Let's share that. Let's see. And I'm going to make a longer timer. Hey, you guys want 20, 25?
I like 25s, but you know,
Anybody?
when I write on my own, I do 45 minute sprints. So
let's do 25. It's a good number. 25 is a good number. But yeah. But knowing that I will be married 20 years next year is crazy. But Tessa says, try being the grandmother of a 23-year-old grandson. Well, yeah. No, that's not my Discord. Okay. My mother's youngest grandson is my son, who's 17. Not the oldest grandkid, though. Not the oldest one, which is Tom's. Oh, excuse my belly if you can hear that. Tom's older child is how old going to be? 22.
My daughter,
Okay.
Yeah. Rachel will be 22 in 2 weeks.
22. 2 weeks.
So
actually, I'm wrong. That's not going to be her oldest kid. Grandkid. Her oldest grandkid is over 30 now, I think. Ugh. That's weird. But anyway, I'm digressing again. Hey,
is the name of the game.
let's do this. Yeah, let's sprint. I guess we could take turns. I could do a little countdown here. Hey, guys, save your work because just remember to save your work because of things that happen. Things happen all the time. Let's not feed the gremlins, right, Charlie? Let's not feed the gremlins. Okay.
And be careful not to update your software before you start working because sometimes they change everything.
Yes. Thank you for that reminder too. I've done that before.
no, why?
And take a sip of water if you need to, or your caffeinated beverage. It's not 1 o'clock yet in the afternoon here in Florida. Sit up. Remember to sit up straight. And we're going to get started here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint. What? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Everybody do. What did everybody do? I did. Excuse me. I did some planning. My personal planner. Filling it out. Trying to fill it up with some going on. It's written in for the rest of the month. Yeah, just for the most part. How did you guys do?
I didn't want to stop the Tribulation song that was playing because I was really grooving on it. But I finished the zero draft for the first scene of, I think I'm in chapter 8 now. Yeah, chapter 8. And
Okay.
a lot happens. A lot more than I thought was going to happens. So chapter 8 may be longer than I thought. And
Chapters.
yeah, so moving on to the next scene in the next sprint.
Okay, sounds good.
But finally, the whole
I
band.
might
is
have
back
one
together,
thing.
so
It's done.
that makes
I'll do some writing too. Oh,
I'm trying to be nice to myself. I keep telling myself, I'm going to get this done by the end of the month. It doesn't have to be sooner. And I'm just like, no, it needs to be sooner.
that voice is saying that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Understandable. So, what's going on? What's going on currently? My kid is playing baseball. He's been doing it for years, and he does that Saturday mornings. Yeah. And my husband is actually his coach, so that's fun. Oh, let's take that banner off. Let's just do some things.
That's cool. My dad was really
Let's do
into
some.
baseball, and much to his chagrin, when I was younger, I was really into basketball. And back when I still had legs that let me run. And being the good father that he was, he actually put up a regulation basketball hoop at the house for me to play. So he was just, you could see it in his eyes.
That's
he
cool.
wanted me to be a baseball player. Like every time he's like, would you like to play baseball? Like, would you like to play basketball? Just like, oh, I picked the wrong sport.
Hello. I do believe it's Anno.
And you all?
Anno writes books, I do believe. Thank you for coming. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said, hello.
Anno.
And Tom, you're muted if you're talking. I think I saw your lips move.
Yeah, make sure you
Don't
unmute
worry
yourself.
about all of us.
It's a common thing. Don't worry. It happens to everybody.
Well, I am today using my phone, and I got an iPhone 11, so I moved up from a 6 to 11, and the 11 is significantly heavier. So finding an object that will hold it in position, won't block the screen, is a challenge.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I splurged on myself a little tiny bit around my birthday, and I got one of these stands.
There you go.
It's awesome. It's really sturdy, and it was just a cheap version at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's pretty sturdy, and it holds it at just the right angle for watching, and it swivels around too, and so you can.
And if you've already got
it's okay. It's not as good as a thing. But,
and if you've already got a tripod, I bought a phone adapter that just screws onto my tripod for like $6 at Best Buy.
Yeah.
So if you need something like that, that's what I was going to show you, but I think I left it.
I was lucky. Somebody gave me one. My cousin's boyfriend. So yeah, it looks like this, Tom. and it just screws right in. I do have a tripod, which is nice. I'm loving it. And it just, this is universal because it fits my massive phone, 10R, which gets heavy after a while. If I'm like filming or something and doing it handheld, it gets heavy. Holy cow, it's heavy.
Yes, they do.
So.
Okay.
Uh,
I've got a
you get anything
diversity
accomplished?
inclusion. Got a diversity inclusion seminar too. So just checking that.
Oh.
Okay.
At 2, okay, so feel free to hop off at 2. I'm not sure if we're gonna go over or not. So yeah, feel free to leave when you need to.
That's really cool, Tessa.
That's
I those
I,
those are those are nice.
how do you like it, Tessa? Did you yeah. That's cool. Is my banner still going, which I forgot about?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In my office in my shop, I've got a it's adjustable stand, and it's up on. I can put a tablet or a phone or whatever in that. That's really nice.
Oh,
Then I can
those
move
are
around in
nice.
space.
I'd like to
And
get one of those.
It's like 2 feet long, so I can have it, you know.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I would really like to get one of those because actually we got the kid an iPad for his birthday. So at Amazon, Tessa. Okay. So yeah, I would like to get one of those, Tessa, because I'd like to have something where I can use my phone or the iPad. So because they have better cameras than these laptops I currently have.
I have to say,
Actually, my phone has a great camera on it. Go ahead.
yeah, the camera that I'm using is just a USB camera, and I think it was like $50 at Amazon. It was really expensive, and I likes it. I think it looks a lot better than what I was doing. I just because I set it up here.
Really
I have to
yeah.
It always looks like I'm not paying attention because my laptop's down here. So to look at y'all, I got to look down here.
Right.
The chat's over there, but it's up here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still working with laptop cameras, webcam. That's it. Still working with that for the most part. I have used my phone on a rare occasion, but I think I want to probably start using it more often. But I wasn't sure about sharing timer, how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know
I
about that.
thought about it momentarily, but I was like, yeah, but how am I going to do that? I don't know. I'll have to research that, figure it out, how that would work. But then again, I can always maybe ask for assistance with that. Okay, yours is just for iPhones, Tessa. Okay. Yeah, I have seen lots of different types of blurs for phones and tablets and yada yada yada. Yeah, so do I, Tessa. I shoot all of my video, all my pictures on my phone, and but it's got a decent camera. So one of these days, I would like to get an SLR again. It's been a while since I've had a functioning one. The last one I purchased took a dive really quickly, and I couldn't fix it. Couldn't have it fixed. So I just kind of, got out of doing photography for a while because of it.
Know the feeling.
And I think it's still in my closet too.
But then again, you know, I have the wonderful benefit of I made that no new projects pledge. So I've got to clear my queue before I can start anything. So I don't even have to worry about looking at a new camera for a while because that would technically fall under new business. That would be new projects. I need to work through the queue.
Yes, so do I. Oh boy, so do I. So maybe do we want, let's see what time is it, 1:30. We can do another sprint. But I know that, so you can just leave whenever you need to, okay, Tom?
Alrighty.
All right. Hope you've gotten some things accomplished. Let me go ahead and add that back on. And let's see.
I just have to say, it's obnoxious that they're showing the countdown video beneath their timer now, because
It's annoying.
I don't know why they're
Distracting,
doing
and it's
that.
confused.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It
Why are
confused
they doing
somebody
that?
Tuesday. Oh my god! But I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't look. It didn't look like that before.
Why are you doing this, Google?
I do. I mean, my internet's okay now. I mean, I suppose I could go into YouTube, but they don't recommend getting into YouTube. So I'm like, well.
Oh no, it's fine. I just wish I understood the thinking behind their. Let's just make it as confusing as possible.
It's like, why is that going? Oh, okay. It took me a couple of minutes the other day to was like, oh, okay. I guess that's just going to be there.
They're just doing things.
It's not a bad timer. It's probably one of their most popular timers. That's probably why. I know I've used it many times. Whatever. Hey, Charlie, would you like to count us down?
Sure. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. People have been doing this for an hour and a half. So maybe if you haven't stretch, do a little chair jiggle or something, get some blood pumping, because the more you are sedentary, the harder it is for you to actually concentrate and focus. So keep your focus up. And remember, self-care is productivity, especially for writers. We do not take care of ourselves enough. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you have something to drink. I'm going to start this sprint by refilling my coffee because caffeine is life. All right, save your documents, get ready, get yourself a nice shoulder stretch. We are getting started with this sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sprint.
Okay. And that sprint is done. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I have been doing all the planning today. My bullet journal will drop something also apparently. Pulled out my bullet journal and was working on trackers and habit tracker and goals and setting things up also for starting to set things up also for next month a bit. January, February, March. March is last month and quarter, so I have to get cracking on some stuff. And filmed content and the so that will be coming. That's what about anything done?
And of course, my mic's muted, so like everything I've been saying, like nobody can hear it. Like, I'm good. Hello, Bex. How are you doing?
There, did I have myself muted?
Yes. You were talking and then you were muted, and I was muted while talking and then unmuted.
It happens to everybody.
The muting all the time.
Oh well. Hello, the novel Nana. How are you? How are you, Bex?
So I am working on the next scene in the book, and it's kind of a hard one to wrap my head around because this is the first scene our characters have had a break in the action to have a realization of, oh crap, all this has happened.
Oh, pardon me.
I'm trying to figure out exactly how they would be reacting to it. Like Scythe is easy. It's like, it's the adventure I've always wanted. Yay! Because that's her character. But all of the other ones will probably, like, I know Amarath, having served in the previous in a previous war, is just jaded and just kind of like, people die. And like fighting off his own issues from the last conflict and just trying to figure out what each character is feeling.
Okay.
Having it, I'm kind of excited because we finally have a downtime moment where they can just actually react to the insanity of the opening of this book. You know, in chapter 8, you know, early on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been kind of nonstop crazy up to this point.
Sure.
So.
Tom, do you have to go?
They're still starting. They're still starting it up apparently. So
Okay.
it's I'm on mute there though. That's good. That's the part.
Okay, there you go.
But
you go.
I'm really glad they're really beginning to discuss diversity and inclusion. That's kind of It's a big step for. I think I know that before. I don't want to say people give lip service to it, but it was just beginning that whole process. It just changes many years to change culture in a company. So
yeah.
you have to wear people down. Wear them down.
Right, Jerry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody has to attend these and they really truly are seminars. They get people involved, and once they start, that'll be good. So that's a great thing.
Yes, for sure. And inclusion can mean a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
So many things.
The biggest problem that I have with our modern world is I feel like we're just not teaching courtesy in elementary school anymore, because so much of what I know I'm always talking about when it comes to diversity is just things that should be common courtesy. When be nice to people, be kind to people, don't just attack strangers for being different. Like, this is like elementary school, grade school, like,
yes.
rules in so many ways. Like, I mean, it goes beyond that too, but
Top of the hour, but I'd like to for a minute or so. We have 49 people.
I'll talk to you guys later.
bye.
Bye, Tom. Thanks for coming. Baxter was my brother, Tom. He joined us for a while, so that was fun. He had some stuff he needed to do, so that came in handy for him. I'm so glad that worked out for him.
That was fun.
The mysteries, by the way, Tessa, it was fun, and he's poor guy. Were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just like crawling down off of my courtesy soapbox, because like this is like everything that I'm about right now is just like, I remember as a kid, like everything was about, being nice to other people. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't forget to say your please and thank yous. Just basic courtesy that it's not just like it's gone from our culture. It's become for certain aspects of our culture. And the people that you would think would be all for those traditional values, something that gets rejected. Like, you just be nice to people, for goodness sakes. Like,
yeah, seriously, if you don't know,
nice.
just be nice, and yeah, exactly, and teach your children. I mean, curiosity is a good thing.
Yes.
Curiosity is a good thing, and that should be celebrated. And I always say, when I'm out with my son, he can, because he's on the autism spectrum, a lot of times he will make interesting noises as part of the way he communicates. And I always say to kids who are curious, I will say, if you want to ask us a question, please, and I'll explain what's going on. And,
I was watching Sarah Zed's video. I think this is what got me really thinking about this. Is I was watching Sarah Zed's latest video last night, which is basically the dark history of how certain communities on Tumblr and Reddit got started that are based on basically coming up with lies against small marginalized groups to make yourself look better. And yeah, like these groups exist. And like, for example, am I the a-hole on Reddit is a place where people go on and write the most ridiculous stories about autistic people, trans people, and people of color, to be like, see, I'm not really the bad guy. They're the bad guy. And the stories are so ridiculous that they can't possibly be true. And anytime anybody looks into the actual factual nature of most of the stories, they're complete BS. But we have these communities that have tens of thousands of people in them that are just built around like, let's just demonize people that are different from us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you get it in your head that that's an okay way to be. Like, I don't, like, again, elementary school, like, this is kindergarten.
Duh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is when you teach your kids when they are going into kindergarten, right? You be nice to people. You don't lie. You tell the truth. You like
Right.
just foundational, simple things. And for anybody who hasn't seen it, she does really good videos. And this one was really, really interesting because she really does go through the history of how these groups have formed over the years and where they started, how they got to where they are now. And then just kind of I don't know what we do about this at the end, but if we're not talking about the existence of things like that, like the fact that just the fact that groups like this exist that are fairly large. I mean, it's horrifying seeing these stories that are just so blatantly, impossibly false about, especially the autistic ones really get me when I see them, because if you've ever met anyone with autism, they're not even describing autism. Like, they're just using that word to describe basically a monster in human form. It's terrible. It's terrible, the stuff that's going on in these forums.
I'm offended on so many levels right now.
Yeah. And it's just, we as a culture just need to constantly be reinforcing, like, be courteous, be kind, don't lie.
God. Okay, I'm just
fixated on that right now because it's just, I'm watching like, I didn't think we would have some time.
Oh, you can't see me. Okay. Letting it go. Letting it go.
I just didn't think that in my 40s I would be sitting here in my office just contemplating, how do you teach adults how to be courteous?
Yes.
Like, this just feels so wrong and backwards. But her channel is Sarah with an H at the end, so Sarah Z, but she's Canadian, so she says Sarah Z. If you want to watch she's got, most of her stuff's really fun and like really weird tangents into weird like fanfics and stuff like that. But every now and then, this is something that actually grew out of a fanfic community and just became a terrible thing. And I've been obsessing. Have the fun, Tessa.
Yes. But anyway, Bex, when your passion and purpose are greater than your excuses and fears, you will find a way. But always be kind. Oh, let me take this off the wall because you can't see it.
Like, I try not to get my preacher out very often, and I've actually been contemplating lately whether or not I should have some like more preacher moments on my YouTube channel, because it's just like whether or not you believe in the resurrection or any of that other stuff, do unto others as you would have them do unto you is kind of basic. Like, can we just do that, please? Like, can we just do that, please? Like, I don't care if you agree with me on anything else.
Luckily, there are people that are. God, what is the deal with this helicopter flying around? It's distracting. Makes me wonder what they're looking for. Anyway, but thank goodness there are people who accept people the way that they are.
Yeah.
So yay for that. And if you have, what would put a smile on so many people's faces That's right. The novel Nana says, "Preach it."
Yeah, it's oh, it just drives me nuts. It really does drive me nuts.
But anyway, yeah. You go to an event that I am so humbled and floored every time I go to my son's baseball games because of all of the love that is there. And it is baseball for special needs children. No, let me edit that by saying for special needs individuals. And they're awesome. They love everyone. They want to hug everyone. This is such a good example of how people should be.
My niece has been in Special Olympics for I don't know how long. Like she's participated in them for a very long time, and every time I got to go to one of those events, it's such a beautiful community to be a part of, and to see just the acceptance of everyone. I mean, she has
just the positivity that you feel when you're around all these families and the kids, and it's just awesome. And it just puts me in such a good place.
Yeah.
And I'm doing those events, those things. And I'm looking forward to. I applied for my son to do some hippotherapy coming up this fall, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway,
that's one of the reasons why I want to get my channel bigger, because once you hit partner, once you get to affiliate, I think on Twitch, you can start hosting charity streams where any money that gets raised goes to the charity that you assign automatically. So you can start, and I love the idea of doing that. Like because I want to be raising money for Special Olympics and for a lot of these groups that have just been so helpful.
That would be an excellent way to raise money for my son's baseball. And it's actually Little League. It's a division of Little League. Which is really awesome.
That's even cooler, because usually you have to go outside the official organizations to find anything.
I know.
That's even cooler that it's a division of Little League.
I don't know. I'll have to find out exactly when Challenger was started, the Challenger division. I want to say it was not too much later. I want to say it was the 60s.
That's really cool.
Late 60s. If that's true, then that's awesome.
That would be really cool.
When was Special Olympics started? Do you remember? It might have been like around early 60s by Kennedys. If I remember right. It was the Kennedys. Forget.
Special Olympics was founded in 1968.
68. Okay, I knew it was the 60s, but okay, that makes more sense.
The Summer of Love. Ironically, the Summer of Love. 68 is the Summer of Love.
68 was the Summer of Love. Okay. I was thinking 69. But okay.
No, 69 is when all the bad things happen. That's when Bobby Kennedy.
So many things. Luckily, I wasn't born that year. I was born. Anyway. Anyway, let's see. It's almost 2:15. Thanks so much for coming, Bex. Do we want to keep going? Do we want to?
As I always say, it's your channel, your stream. I'm going to be back here working regardless. So
I'm
going to be pushing on for just a little bit longer before I stop for my lunch break. So I'm going to be working whether the stream continues or not. So it doesn't affect me one way or toward the other.
you know what? I'm gonna do one more timer, and then I'll wrap it up at 2:30. Let's just do that. Why not? Alrighty then. Hey, I'll make this a quick one then. I'll do it. Remember to save your work. Remember to take a sip of water if you need it. Remember to sit up straight in your chair. Save your work. Please save your work. Please save your work. We'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint.
Hello.
Okay.
I did not get done
So
as
that
much as I
was
wanted.
the end of last sprint and done some goals. It's working. What have you been doing?
I got another scene worked out in
Well,
the outline, and the hubby came in and regaled me with the story of the events that just happened to him because he's in the other room playing Valheim. So, which makes me want to be in the other room playing Valheim, but I am working today, at least for a little bit longer.
Let's write down some personal goals. And I'm just kind of, just working on my bullet journal. Which is, again, I've got 3 planners. So I got my one from all my personal stuff. I got my work. The one with the fancy cover wasn't very expensive, but whatever. And then my bullet journal, which is a kind of a combination of both personal and kind of where everything overlaps. All the goals, just kind of, make sure nothing gets missed that needs to get done.
I really want to get better at doing planning and goals, but I just feel like
Me too.
my life at this point is just a bunch of Peregrino Divini. Like I'm just like going where the wind carries me because every time I make a plan, the plan falls apart. So
What happened? That's been my last few weeks.
I'm just wherever the wind blows, that's where I'm going. I'm just luckily it's keeping me like heading in the direction I want to be going in right now. But yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel I should warn you. The hum of the mower has begun.
I continue to get some things taken care of and get ready for. I've got some things coming up though that I want to that I need to plan for. So there's that. I think, at least to my knowledge, I do believe Sacco and BC had wanted me to take a look at their project that they were writing together. But I don't know if that's been put on hold or not. So I need to get in touch with them and find out what's going on. I know Sacco is having so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I think I need to wrap this up. So thank you to you, Charlie Dorset, and to my brother who swung by as well. Thank you very much for coming. I'm having a brain fart. Let's see. Do you want to do an outro?
Sure. Hello, my name is Charlie. I do stuff here on the YouTubes. My latest video, people have been very nice to me, and that's not the point of it. The point of it is to live up to my own morals. I'm not like just trying to be hard on myself or anything. I asked the question, am I being a hypocrite, for a reason? Because I think we should all ask ourselves the question, am I being a hypocrite, quite often? trying to live up to the things that I proclaim. But thank you to everybody for being nice to that. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. I will be streaming tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And a reminder to people, I will not be streaming next week. We are forecast for some bad weather, and even if the weather is not terrible, the front's moving through. I'm probably going to be doing pain medication and stuff, and it's not going to be good for me to sit in a chair. So I'm just going to take next week off from streaming, and hopefully that'll be the only week I have to do that for. But we'll see. Spring is here. And my joints, my joints in the back do not like the fronts when they move through. And
we just got a front, and it was great. It felt so good this morning. I needed a sweater, but you know what? It's warm. It's warm. The high was supposed to be 72. So yeah, that's one of the last cold fronts probably like that. It was supposed to be like in the somewhere around 50s this morning. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're in the 60s today, but we're gonna be back in the 40s tomorrow.
Oof. But, so okay. My outro would be I think I like this new schedule I have. So I stream, I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I'm currently streaming at noon Eastern, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this should work for me. Let's see. Far as my writing projects, I'm hoping to get back into things and participate in Camp Nano. It'd be nice. I think it helped me get some words done. I think I want to work on my my book length project. Because anytime I talk to people about it, they seem interested. So I'm going to keep plugging away at it. And so that is how would you call it? It's a young adult fantasy, epic fantasy. With Celtic themes and other themes. Okay, then. Also, as an editor, I am a line editor, copy editor, and proofreader. And I can I can be found on all my social media at Heather Dewey Pettit, and as an artist, I also have an Etsy shop. And I make art for lovers of fantasy and other geeky type of things, and for writers. Anyway, thank you very much to everybody who came, everybody who watched, either live or on the replay. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye, Charlie.
Bye.